The smallest of the Strider knives, the Strider PT, um, is liked by a lot, but disliked for the size by many as well. It is a small knife. This is the CC version. They have it's basically a mini SNG is what we're looking at here. I previously had owned the PT, the Lego version of this knife a few years ago, and sold it because I liked it a lot, but sold it because of the lock rock that it developed because of the lock geometry. So there was many years where they just weren't making these knives. You know, Strider makes these in runs and produces their knives, and so you'll get a group of knives like SNGs or SMFs, and then they'll have another model just on hold. So the PT has been on hold for a while, and they just released a new batch of the PTs and the PTCCs, and so when they came out, I really wanted to try it out again because the new ones have the new lock geometry, which I'm a big fan of. I haven't had any problem with this developing lock rock at all. And so it's definitely, whoa, look at that. Pivot just unscrewed there. As you can see, speaking of pivot, it does have a proprietary 3-hole pivot, which I'm going to be needing to get a tool to tighten that up. I believe there's some tools you can get at Harbor Freight that can fix that up. But that was really weird. That just came undone, which is not common. Anyway, this is definitely a knife that I actually really enjoy. I originally wanted the CC version just because that it is just the looks of it, the roundness. There's no clip, just slips down in your pocket. You have a lanyard hole, which is pretty much the only lanyard hole that's actually doesn't get guillotined by the blade as the S&G does. So you don't have to worry about that. It's clear and goes all the way through. I know you can put it through just one side, but you still have that blade nick your lanyard, your paracord. This one you don't have a problem. Just sits in your pocket, bring it out, and it is just a nice knife. Flicks open very easily, and very happy with the outcome of this. Center blade, it's tight now. That was really weird. This just started coming undone, like unscrewing. It's not a big deal because I screwed it right back in, and it's rock solid. But definitely want to maybe get a tool to tighten that up, and to maybe even put a little Loctite on there if that's going to come undone. But anyway, very happy with the way this is. You know, I sold my CC S&G because I thought it was a little too smooth, and I was afraid of dropping it when I flicked it open with my, with the finger. But for some reason, this knife I don't have that problem with. I think because it locks in my palm a little better, I don't feel like it's going to drop out of my hands. So I'm really liking it. A lot of people don't like it. They think it's too small for their hands. I think it's a great size. Compare it to a small Sebenza. Okay, you can see that. Very similar in size to a small Sebenza. So it's not a tiny knife, but it definitely has a thick blade stock, thick enough to handle any chore that you might have. This is not a lightweight knife, guys. This is definitely a user knife. Here it is, the blade thickness with the S&G. So it is thinner, but this is just so overbuilt as it is. I really like the PT, and the CC. I just personally I like it the best. If you want a clip, the PT, the regular version has a clip. Okay, there's no lock bar stabilizer on any of the PTs. If that's something that concerns you. It shouldn't. It's not meant to be a knife that's gonna need something like that. It's an everyday carry knife. This is a knife that's not going to intimidate a lot of people. That's why I like the green. The green's a little less intimidating, I think, in ways, maybe more so than the black. Although the black looks really nice in comparison to the titanium. I like that a lot. But this was the only one available. I was actually considering the black this time just to change things up. But a lot of them are all sold out. I was able to get one over at True North Knives. I'm happy that I did. So anyways, guys, this is definitely a knife that I think if you're into smaller knives like I am, and you like something that's just not going to be intimidating for a lot of people, and that you can manipulate very well just like you would an SNG. And I don't have small hands, but I'm able to get this thing open and closed quite quickly. I think this could be the right knife. It's definitely one that's worth a look. So this one has oh yeah, that's a good question. What steel is it? It doesn't have the steel marked on here, so I don't know if that means it's S30V or S35VN. I'm not sure actually. I'll have to go back and look at the website, but maybe some of you know. But very happy with this, and hope this helps some of you who might be considering PTCC. Thanks guys, take care.